Yeah, howdy doody, guys. Howdy doody, guys. How are we all? I'm sorry I'm a tad late. Got held up by the Canadians. Okay, Curly is second. I hate to know who the first person is because I can't see it. So I got a rough guess. It was Wigwag. G'day, Wigwag. Gerald, how are you, buddy? Stormy, how are you? Dwight, Rick's Railroad, how are you? Going down the line. Randall, how are ya? Nice to meet you, buddy. Jim Tedesco, how are ya? And FL Railroad, Mum and son, how are ya? I know you were on the other one with Sparky. Congratulations to you. Man, you guys deserve that prize. You really do. Railroad enthusiast, how are ya? Um, so Sonar Junior, Lewis, how are you? Nice to see you in here. I don't know where the other guys are. I know Thomas is hanging out with Sparky. G'day, Les. How are you, bud? Hope you guys are safe up there. I know it's been pretty hot, and hopefully you guys are not in any danger like they are up in Newcastle way and Hill End. Yeah, just keep it safe there. So I'm going to go as long as I can. G'day, Ethan. How are you? Ethan Armitage, how are you? I've got 13 people in here. Well, how am I going to start this show off? I haven't really done that much in modelling since my stream on Sunday. I've just been flat out busy with doctor's appointments. On Monday, had a dentist appointment on Tuesday. It wasn't as painful as I thought, but they did take 2 teeth out. But the pain's gone away. I've got to go back next Tuesday, and I've got a couple more to take out. But that's all done. Still been trying to sort out my printer. I've just gone over it yesterday. I'm going to redo the software. Hopefully, I'll be able to get it going later on tonight. But this morning I went up, or last night, a package had arrived. I missed it by about 5-10 minutes. Here in Australia, our mail and parcels come in 2 separate forms. We have our mail, our basic letters that come by what we call postie here. You ride a motorbike all around the footpaths in the neighbourhood, tearing up our lawns, and then we've got our parcels coming in a van. So, and this is from a couple of very kind-hearted people from my US home state of South Carolina. Tammy and Ray, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. But seriously, mate, guys, I mean, that's such a big box. I mean, look at it. I mean, let's see what we've got in here. A lot of packing. More packing. Oh, thanks, guys. Just what I needed. Love it. Hang on. Let me just get in the bottom of the box. Oh, we got another one here. Okay, I guess I'll have to open this one. Oh, I'd say 2, Curly. Let's have a look. I mean, they're just amazing bunch of people. They really, really are. I just cannot wait. Apart from seeing my niece. G'day, Anthony. How are you, buddy? Apart from seeing my niece up at Inman, which is up near Spartanburg. Yeah, I can't wait to get over there and meet up with them and have a cookout with them. have some fun. Okay. Oh, pretty deep box. Yeah, let me just get the stuffing out of this as well. And man, what do you guys got in? Look at all the paper they end up putting into this box. I've never seen so much packing in a little box. Okay. Oh, okay. More packing. Well, get in there. 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 Oh, man. Guys, that is fantastic. Look at this, guys. Isn't that great? Now, this, I'm going to have to make a match truck for this. And that's going on the train. Actually, that would work out nicely with my... with the stock pen. Yeah. Thank you so much. I mean, that's just amazing. Love it. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. That's going to look neat. I think I'm going to have to make a museum piece somewhere where I'm going to have to put all this stuff. I mean, I've got that one, and now I've got the card that I received from Rick from the Sidetrack Sunday crew, which was, let me reach up to it. This one here. Sorry about the glare. Which was this one. So there should be a card. Oh, okay. So let me go and dig in that. That's probably right down. That's probably right down in the bottom of the box. I never realised a little box like that could be so deep. Oh. Okay. Right, I'm going to have to open up this. There should be a card. Is it safe to open it on screen, Tammy? Oh wow, that's amazing. I like that. Made a little something and hope and bring a smile. Yeah, it more than brought me a smile, Tammy. I really, really like it. I mean, that's fantastic. That's going to stay here. That's going to stay here. That's it. That stays in the train room. At least this way it'd be safe. The rabbit won't get to it. G'day, Thomas. How are you? Yeah, I sent the link. So I don't know where the rest of the gang is. I'll put a link up in case anybody wants to pop in. Pop in for a little while. I'm only going to be probably about another 45 minutes unless some of the other crew members end up turning up and can take over the show. G'day, Kyle. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. Yeah, so, yeah, thank you very much. I mean, this is going to be really great. I really got to make an effort and get and work onto this layout now. And the top shelf really needs to be cleaned out. I mean, it looks like a tornado's hit it. Actually, no, tornadoes only concentrated on one small area. It's more like a cyclone's hit it up the top at the moment. So, Derek, no.
Analogy, Arty, because tornadoes spin all around and they take up a lot of area.
Oh yeah. But I mean, it's taken up the whole layouts up the top, and I mean, I've lived through some cyclones, and I tell you what, they're just as devastating as well.
Oh, sure they are. Yeah.
Derek, it was actually a mosquito that was actually hanging around on the ceiling, which I was spraying. I don't like mosquitoes here. I can tolerate flies for a little bit of time, but there has been a pesky one here lurking about for the last 2-3 days, and it's like annoying. Really annoying me. No matter how much I spray this room, the bugger seems to be able to outlive it. Smart little bugger too. As soon as he sees a can, he goes into hiding.
Yeah, they're not stupid.
Oh no. G'day, Trackside Mike. How are you, mate? Not anymore. I don't know. Our critters over here, I mean, even our insects are pretty hardy over here. Oh, God, here we go. It's going from bad to worse. Hello, Randall.
Hello, gentlemen.
How you doing,
How are we?
Oh, I'm making it pretty good. How about you guys?
No, we're hanging in there.
Yeah, going in there. So, BNC, how are you? Yeah, look, I'm only going to be here up to about 9 o'clock your time because I've got to go in to get a checkup at the surgeon on my thumb. As you guys can see, I haven't got the bandage on. I'm letting it all heal up. I'm getting more and more movement back in it. You guys can see, like even where you just see it on the thumb part there is where it's cut it.
Yeah.
It's healed up pretty good. I've got to put a little silicone on it just to flatten out the scarring so it doesn't remain a lump in there. And
how's the movement?
It's not locking. It's good. I'm getting movements across the fingers. I'm going therapy once a week now. Still got a bit to go. But over in here where it's been on that part of my thumb there where it was jamming and whatnot, it's still a little bit sore, but it's only 3 weeks since the surgery, so
yeah.
That Possum Bio, you got 2 cats. Actually, I've got to be careful not to spray down this room too much because I've acquired a new pet. Not by choice. He's decided it's going to come inside and have a field day in here. And it's a skink. It's a lizard. It's probably about the diameter, just a little bit smaller than the diameter of the Tamiya paint jar, but he's about this long. He's been at this place pretty much since I've been here, and he's worked his way into the train room. Now, I've got to be careful. I don't want to get rid of him because he gets rid of all the cockroaches and the other little creepy crawlies. So, but I have noticed some of my little figures missing. And it's funny, like that skink and my old rabbit Randall, they used to be buddies. So it's probably looking for it. It's like I haven't seen the black rabbit. I'm going in here. Do him no harm. I mean, it's more than welcome. I'd have it inside the house than the snake. So they come in handy when you don't have a girlfriend, Kyle. Yeah, okay. I don't want to know. But yeah, it's good to have a pet as a companion. I mean, when you live on your own, it can get at times it can get a bit quiet and lonely. But yeah, so I'm hoping now, since I'm still not out of squeeze with my right hand. used in your short video. Okay, I will do that in a minute, Gerald. Yeah, I'm still not allowed to squeeze with my right hand, so I've got to follow the doctor's orders. So using pliers and crimpers and stuff like that, I'm still not allowed to use. The new pet was a koala. No, I'm too far away from the trees that the koalas have. I mean, at the old place where I used to be before here, there would have been a chance, but no. Okay, Tammy, thank you again so much for the package. Yeah, guys, have a good night and take care. And I can just see Ray gonna have a fun day, a fun time, and hopefully gets that steam engine too. We're talking about you wearing your hand down, honey.
Hey, Arty, I'm gonna go set my trains up, so we'll have some trains to run here in a little bit. So.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving. I'm just gonna stay on while I do this.
No worries.
Okay, mate. Okay. If only possum, no, that's not where I want. Why when my hands got hurt and damaged from, but yes, I did like to surprise Tammy, and I've got something coming for you and Ray in due course. Yeah, okay. Now, Gerald has actually asked me to show the Australian B class that I've got that was in the video that I've done with the Sidetrack Sundays carriage. Let me just go and grab it. It's sitting at the station still. I have a lot of lizards around. They don't come in the house much. Well, there's two. I've got two lizards. I've got this one, and there's another one that don't know what's happened to, but it's lost its tail. And when I come up to the gate and whatnot, they don't even run away from me anymore. Oh, this bandage makes it hard. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, it's hard to put a sock on. Well, it's actually quite funny. It's been actually when I had the operations and whatnot on my shoulder and my hands and whatnot. I'll tell you what, it's really hard to pull your pants up, eh? And I'm so glad I live on my own. And the thongs come in very handy. And again, for those Americans, when I talk about thongs, I'm talking about flip-flops. We don't have alligators in Australia, rather enthusiasts, apart from the ones in the zoo.
Crocodiles.
We have crocodiles, but they do not come down this far south. The water is actually too cold for them, so we're safe with them. John Beniki, how are you? Yeah, my chat is. Thanks. Explain the neighbors. This is the wrong channel for that. That's in the OnlyFans channel, Anthony. Have you? Yeah, it's coming. It's coming there. I just gotta be patient and write it out. And follow their instructions. Otherwise, if I don't, it's going to mess things up. I mean, so far I have. Arty's going to combat a wombat on tonight's stream. Hell no. Oh, hell no. They'll barrel roll you. I mean, they're a little bit bigger than about twice the size of a bowling ball. But when they charge you, I tell you what, I haven't been attacked by one, but I tell you what, they know how to knock you over. And they've known to roll a lot of cars over too. And they just shake their head and walk away. Anyway, I'm going to go and get this engine that I was.
Well, while you're doing that, Arty, I'm going to ask the chat a question here. I'm going to let them choose which sound-equipped engines or which sound-equipped locomotive we're going to run tonight on the DC. C.
Hey,
Luke.
Dabble.
We got the BNSF FP45. We got the Alco PA. We got a Tier 4 Gevo. We got a B36-7 from Rapido. We got the BN Legendary Liveries ES44. So whichever locomotive the chat wants to see run, we'll grab it and throw it on the track. We'll do an SMT mainline type of thing.
What do I got going on here? Hey everybody, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, Daryl.
And the locomotive that gets the most votes wins. And by the way, that B36-7 is a Santa Fe Kodachrome engine. So, for anybody that's wondering.
That sounds good on my side.
Okay, got one vote for the Kodachrome. Wigwag, I've got GP38s. Unfortunately, they're all Athearn Blue Box. So,
How about the engine with the fans running?
oh, the Aurora Manchers engine? Okay, we got one vote for them. Got 2 votes for the B36. So, Thomas, you're going to have to get some friends with you if you want the Aurora Manchers engine to run.
I think that's a cool feature.
Got 3 votes for the B3. Wigwag, you voted twice. There's 3 votes. We're running away with it.
The one that Tom wanted, the one the fan. Yeah, I reckon that one sounds.
Okay, John Doblinger, we've already got a GP9 out there on the DC layout, so you're already covered on that one there, buddy. Okay.
G'day, firefighters.
Okay, there's a vote for the Aurora Manchers engine, JD. So, and railroad enthusiast, like I told John just a second ago, you're already covered on the DC layout because we got a GP9 sitting out there. Oh boy, 4 votes for the. I got 3 votes for the SD60F. Boy, it's getting close. They're neck and neck.
Anthony wants to know which one he's getting. He called bingo.
I was talking which one we're going to run on the DC loop, or DCC loop.
Well, Anthony was playing a game of bingo, so he wants his.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. We're really getting in trouble now. It's going to be a full house. Oh, another guy.
But yeah, railroad enthusiast, since you wanted to see GP9 run, we already got you. We already got you and John.
G'day, John.
I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right, John Doblinger. Yeah, we already got you 2 guys covered. Okay, Daniel Oak says GP40-2. Unfortunately, I don't have one of those. So
that goes to the Aurora pile.
That's what Anthony wants to see.
I'll tell you what, Anthony. I'll search eBay and see if I can find one dirt cheap.
Hey, David Crooked River, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Dave.
One half your train to catch up to the back there.
Okay. Since we're within like one, okay, SD instead. Okay, so I'm assuming that's the SD60F is what Daniel Luddick just said. So we're now tied, I think, if I'm keeping up right. So I'll give it another minute. So.
G'day, buddy. How are you? Welcome to the
S2. Okay, I've got one, an Athearn Blue Box one, but yeah, I've got that Athearn Blue Box one out there already, so we might throw it on there too. Kind of help the GP9 out. Oh, SD40-2. Okay, we got 1 vote for that.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Hey,
good.
Slavey.
Well, I'm
Pretty good.
still
Yourself?
celebrating my first 1,000 subscribers, so that's pretty fun.
That's cool.
Congratulations. Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
Random dog.
Okay. Give it about another 5 seconds or 10 seconds. So,
Right. So, when Australia was looking into, the states were looking into changing from steam and going to dieselisation, a lot of states end up redesigning the diesel locomotives from the using American horsepower, but using a British system, which they had a control cab on both sides, because they want to get rid of the turntable and make the rail more efficient. So what they started to do was they end up doing doubling the locos. Now, the first I don't have the first EMD that we went into the main line, which is very similar to the
I like Derek Alexander's suggestion, a Kodachrome consist. Derek, if that U36C I had was sound equipped with the ESU5, we could probably pull that one off. But I don't know. I don't think the ESU decoder and the Digitrax decoder and the motor decoder and the U36 would play nice together. So, but okay. But I'll tell you what. Since it was so close, I'll go ahead and break out the SD60F because Grandpa Rails threw a vote in for both. So technically, he voted for the SD60F, which makes them tied. So we're actually going to run both. So I'll show you guys.
okay.
Which so there's the engine we're going to be running first, the B36-7. And then we'll run it for a little bit, and then we'll get the SD60F and run it. So give me just a second, and I'll stick around the track. So
That looks really nice.
yeah, these are nice. Wait till you see the beacon on this thing if you haven't seen it.
I got a SD45-2 in the Santa Fe Kodachrome.
Oh man,
well.
I've got 45-2 too, but it's in the standard Santa Fe freight bonnet scheme. But that engine's probably about let's see, when did I get that thing? 2011, so it's about 12 years old now. So
Okay. I'll go back to what I was saying. Now, what Victoria did in Melbourne, they were on the broad gauge. What they did was they developed this engine here, which is similar to your cross between your. Jeez, hang on.
There you go, trackside Mike. I brought you up, buddy.
So what they've done was they developed this engine, which is similar to your E units and your F units, but they double-ended it. Now, the horsepower and running mechanism in this is very similar to your SD9s.
Hey, Arty, which way's forward?
Well, actually, it's a good question. The way we work at the forward is by the fan setup. Like you've got your dynamic braking on this end here, but in the longest opening that we got at the top, that's the number one end. That's the number one end there. And the rear fan there is a number two end. And that's cool. How we know. That's how they knew it on this one here.
You just cut two edges of half and put them together that way.
Well, pretty much.
It's a cool looking locomotive. I definitely like it. It's really cool looking.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. I mean, that's not the original color scheme. I never managed to get the original color scheme, which was blue and gold, which looks very similar to the Erie Railroad on the front. But they do. Our state went into that engine that I had before, which was the 44 class, and Here's another one that they used, which also has which has an Alco engine in it. And again, you see the big fans at the back. That's a number 2 end, and this part here is a number 1 end. I think there's only 4 of these left, but we don't know after push me, pull you. I want to say it's a push me and pull you. It's 1 engine. And the whole thing about that was to cut back time on it's like the GG1 team, Jim, that's right. It's very similar to GG1. But
hey, Arty, question for you.
Yeah.
Could you put me up big? Because I just got one of my locos.
Yeah. And the reason why they did that is to have a quick turnaround at the stations and the passenger trains.
So I brought my UP 1943 out. It does have a little bit of handrail damage because I took it to a show and some little kid decided to take the front handrails off.
Oh.
But yeah, Daryl, I do believe that you remember when I caught the real version of this thing back in December, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Here's
It was
the
a
scale
great
model.
catch, my friend.
Thank you.
And congratulations on 1,000 subs. That is definitely a milestone.
Hey, I wouldn't be this far without help from you guys. So you guys are all in this all
Derek.
in this as well.
Absolutely, Derek. Keep it on the tracks. So is that an Athearn Genesis?
Yes, this is an Athearn Genesis.
Yeah.
I
actually got it for my birthday.
Nice.
A couple years ago.
I got one of them, and the one in the I'm going to say demolition scheme. I mean, the demonstration color scheme.
Oh, and that reminds me. My birthday is 20 days from today.
So what are you buying us all for your birthday?
Probably going to do a live stream down by the railroad tracks.
Okay, cool. Hey, Corey.
Hello, Corey.
Howdy, howdy. How are you this evening?
Yeah, true. Yeah. So have you still got your handrail for it or not?
Yes, I do.
Is it damaged badly or is it
No, I can get it repaired.
Okay.
It's a pretty quick fix.
Oh, that's good, because I know there is a chap up in, I think it was in Canada. I think there's a chap up in Canada who actually sells handrails for a lot of the Athearn and Bachman and a lot of American railroads, or models, sorry. Where I've been actually getting some of my handrails for the ones that are missing on my trains. I'll have to look at it. He has got an eBay site anyway. And it's got a huge range of spare parts. Hey, John Benicki, how are you, buddy?
Hey, John. So speaking of broken handrails, I'm going to bring myself up big.
Go for it.
And
remember how?
Into the stream. Okay. So since Slating was talking about broken handrails, that's what a locomotive looks like when it falls 54 inches from the table and hits the concrete.
Oh my God!
That's the concrete.
Well, yeah, it's garage.
It's actually the frame of it is actually bent.
Yeah,
it hit it that hard, it bent the frame.
Wow.
So it's basically a parts engine now.
Yeah, and this was one of the ready to roll, Athearn ready to rolls, SD 40-2s. Actually, it's a very nice locomotive. So if anybody's wants a really good a deal, but yeah, it's basically train parts.
Why don't you put that in your scrapyard?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Isn't that where you?
A new
Is
seat
it-
for you, Daryl.
the shredder got the shredder got the engine.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, I could make a video of shredding old trains. I don't know if that would do well or not. I think there would be a lot of people who would not appreciate that. I think it would make a great video, but what is that noise in the background? Is
Not
that
coming
Randall?
from me.
That's probably my track clean car running.
Oh, okay. I just wasn't.
Hopefully this thing will behave itself. It's not acting like it wants to work tonight. So
Hi, Ray Ron, how are you?
Okay.
So, Daryl, where did that fall? When you were running it, or just did someone walk by and knock it off?
Okay. It was my wife that did it.
Okay, no problem.
And she was next to the dryer, and she just happened to. I actually had it on the well, anyways, it was like kind of on the edge, but not. She reached over, and she brought her hand across, and her jacket caught the end of the train, and
Oh,
there it
no.
went. And she came in. Actually, I wasn't home at the time, but when I came in, she came up to me and she goes, "You're going to be mad at me." And she was already kind of teary eyed, and she goes, "I have broken engine." And so she brought me. Poor woman. I felt bad for her because she felt bad. I go, "Honey, it. Thank you for telling me. It happens." But then she went right into it. It's your fault because you left it on the side of the thing. I'm like, okay. So, but anyways, yeah, that's what it looks like because my tabletop height is 54 inches.
Right.
So that's what a locomotive looks like. Now, I think I would have been just as upset if it was a more expensive train, but I thought maybe I could piece it back together, but no, the frame is actually bent.
You can get another
Oh.
frame for it.
Derek. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let me put Derek's comment up.
Yeah,
Daryl,
they
now she
buy
has to
two.
buy you two.
Derek, I'm going to stay neutral on that by what Daryl just said, that it was partially his fault. Well, I think she only really technically has to pay half a replacement to that one.
Yeah.
Even Jim said print another cab for it, but
If Daryl makes any noise, he's going to end up having to do the laundry.
Okay, Thomas. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, I mean, for the most part, it's. I think it could have been fixed, but I don't know if you guys can all see it. The frame is actually bent.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what they call it.
cheaper just buy another one.
I mean it.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Looks like me after a long day of school.
So.
I mean, look at the wiring.
well, she's messed up good, Daryl.
Yeah. I mean,
Definitely keep the parts. Like what you
well,
can
yeah,
sell.
I'm definitely going to keep the parts. Look, this is the only manufacturer right now that's making was making UP SD 40-2s, and so I bought them, and I'm just in love with them. They're actually my local switcher. That's what I use to do my local switching with. So
Actually, I know someone here that I can get a chassis for you for that, a replacement chassis. I know a guy that's got it.
Well, what do you mean? You mean replace my wife? He's got one of those?
Oh, hell no. No. The chassis on that engine. I know a guy that's actually got a replacement chassis up in
He's
Sydney.
talking about the chassis.
Derek says send it back, tell him it doesn't run well.
Right.
And put down on the bottom, PS, it doesn't bounce very well either.
Derek.
Yeah,
Oh man! Hey, look! If I was on the receiving of opening that up, I would do nothing but laugh. I mean, They're gonna have to watch out for that derail guy, man. When he sends stuff back and says it doesn't work, just throw the whole box in the trash.
Wow.
Anyways,
It
I got
reminds
So,
me.
Artie,
earlier
for those
today.
that haven't seen
It's like
the
baseball.
beacon on these Rapido engines, these B36-7s, there's what it looks like all lit up.
Nice.
oh, that's pretty cool, Randall.
That looks
And
like the beacon on my truck.
they actually use 4 individual LEDs.
That's the repeat.
Yeah, that's the Rapido B36.
Okay.
Oh, I'm crying. Yeah, you can kind of see
I
it flashing right there in sequence.
Yeah, it's bright.
That's one of the hot selling points. These engines like that. I think that's just such a cool feature on them. Of course, operating flashlights on the front.
Hi, Amy.
Right there.
Hold on a second.
That's got good sound too. I was
just
kind of
glad
like
to
seeing
get out
that
of
right
baseball.
Now, Randall, what manufacturer is that? Is that Athearn?
That's Rapido, Daryl.
Oh, is that Rapido? Okay.
Yeah, that's their B36-7. This is actually from I believe this is from Run 2. Because I have one from the first run, and actually the color of the beacon is actually different. It's actually on the first run. It's actually a much darker orange than this.
Yeah.
So, but they still function the exact same.
Oh man, Derek, you're on a roll
Yeah.
tonight. Daryl, I'll give you a whole new meaning to it. It needs to keep alive.
It's killing me tonight.
And as promised, we got the GP9 running on the inside loop. Got a Montana Rail Link engine. So
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to put it out there. Anybody who thinks that they can fix that locomotive, I will ship it in the box. You just got to grab my email, and if you think you can fix it, you can have it. You just grab my email, and we'll talk. And you just send me your address, and I'll send you the box as is.
Send it over to me. I'll fix it and send it
If
back.
someone thinks that they can fix it, be my guest.
Send it over. I'll fix it for you.
I don't need it fixed. I've got pre-orders on for the new SD40s that are coming out.
I want those tanks. I want those tanks.
Oh, you know where I got those from? I actually got those from eBay.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, got them from eBay.
Because there was a place at Amherst at the train show that had those on cars.
I thought the guy did a pretty good job on those.
They
Yeah.
look pretty neat from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look pretty neat. So
Yeah,
we had a bit of we had a bit of excitement here in my state yesterday on the rails and the yeah. It started off pretty bad yesterday morning when a empty wheat train hit a truck going across the railway crossing. 3 engines are on the side. 2 of the streamliners that was at the Streamliner Festival, they're on its side. Looks like one might be written off. Yeah, we still don't know who's in fault in there. I mean,
I'll be back. I'll go get that Aurora Max's engine.
because it was on a bend where it happened, and the truck was actually going coming out of a farm paddock. We don't know what happened then, but then Sydney's rail system collapsed just before.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's
Nice.
Yeah, that's the kind. Hey, Mike, did you by any chance grab this guy's information because that's because that's the kind of stuff I've been looking for at the latest train shows here. Oh yeah, no, yeah, hands
Look at the
down.
detail on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he puts the ropes on there and everything, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Changing that on,
it's
yeah.
all chained down. The frame's chained down. The wooden deck.
Yeah, I bought some thread that looks like rope, and that's what I did on my one car to tie down the pipes load.
What I'd done was I used
There's the other one.
Scout the
There you go.
that's the one I still got to do. I got to do a
Yeah.
couple of those.
Absolutely. That's what I've been looking for, stuff like that.
D11.
Yeah, the shows around here just didn't have anything like that. They used to, but that's really cool.
Yeah.
I need to grab a hold of some more of those D9s.
Very,
And pull
very
them
nice,
apart
Mike.
and do
That'll
that
look very
together.
good.
Because see, that's a chain that I used. I used on my Caterpillar train because I have got a Caterpillar train made up with machines and that on it. That's going to be pulled by my SD70, the demonstration model that MD done, and that's my cat train,
Yeah.
which I'm hoping to get going on here. And I have bought shorter carriages than what they actually use because of the layout size here. And yeah, I reckon it's going to look good. Daniel, I've done that too. Oh, yeah. You should have the link still there somewhere. If you can't see the link there, let me know and I'll put another one up.
Hey, John, you got some fans out there. They want to hear they want to hear what you've been up to. What have you been up to, brother?
Well, I just finished my new car. I bought it at an auction in a box of cars, and I had to steal around my parts because the hitches were broke off. So I found a brand new Athearn bottom, and I just replaced it.
Nice.
And I'm still trying to make my video of cabooses.
Okay.
I got one train running full of cabooses, but I got 3 more to get going before I can make the video. So
well, I know what you're up to. I know what you're
I'm
up to,
working on
John.
that since
I know what you're up to with
yeah,
your
well, don't
cabooses.
tell
You want
anybody.
it? Oh no. But I know that Joe Raider and Sparky, I know they will cry when they see it.
Thanks for letting me back in, Arty.
It's okay, mate. I'm sending you the bill.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll throw it out. I'll throw the bottle out on the way to the doctor's. Okay, you'll get
Sounds
there
good.
eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
which one's
find
the
that.
current spinning?
I'll find that card for you there too, Daryl, and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, no, please do, because that was like one of the things I was looking for.
Yeah,
And,
I actually might have it. So
Awesome.
I know I got it. It's just a matter of finding it.
Well, you've got my phone number.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to share this too. This is a truck I got at the auction. I bought the box just to get this truck.
Oh wow.
It was
That's cool,
a
John.
$15 box just to
Oh,
get
nice.
this truck.
Yeah.
This is all metal.
Holy cow.
Ain't that cool?
They're the old Fruhoff trailers. I used to love them. I remember we did have the Australian version of them with the AFE logo on the side, which was a Ansett Freight Express, which was our version of basically TNT at the time. But yeah, it's all metal. It's all cast.
Found it.
John. Same one.
Hey Tom. How you doing tonight?
G'day, Ohio, Steve. John, how are you?
That's the same one. I got this when I was a kid. We used to go to Atlantic
Bio, Steam, and Steel. How are you?
go to Atlantic City all the time, and there was a toy store there, and this has another part to it, but I split it up into two different trucks. But this is what I got when I was a good kid, and we used to go into the store, and my dad would give me the money to go buy something, and this is what I got. And this is all metal too.
What's
Yeah.
the name on that?
Oh, Cooper Jarrett. Let's see.
That's what these trucks are.
Yeah, this was made by. Let me see if the.
Here's a question for you. What are you doing? Or what is it?
That's the name of the place.
Rouse Trains. Oh, he's in Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got O scale, N scale, HO.
Oh, that's a drive for me.
Yeah.
Looks like Thomas is. Actually, I didn't notice that. Where is he? He's gone. Oh, okay. He
Doorbell
could
ring.
be. He could be. Okay, here's a question for all you modelers that are about my age that still got their old trucks and that. How many of you guys have played with that stuff in the dirt and the sand?
Not me. Mine was always on my layout.
Okay.
Even though I'm 16, when I first got my first actual layout about a decade ago, it had a small plastic truck. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a little bit of fun. Took it in the dirt. Then I put it back on the layout. And yeah, I almost needed to buy a new track.
Well, I got to admit, I did. I used to have with my trucks and whatnot that when I was growing up. I had a sand pit out the front that I used when it was all during the summertime because it's just too hot inside. And then I had, of course, I had my layout. Then I'd bring them inside and mess around with my layout. But I did have a lot of those right up until the fallout with the family. I'm just so disappointed I wasn't able to save them because I still had some of my Matchbox and Tonka toy trucks from when I was 4 or 5 years of age.
At least it's always good to see someone my age starting to take over some of the model trains and continuing the family thing with the models. I mean, I got models from my dad, who he got it from his dad, and then so on and so forth. And I actually have a Santa Fe a Santa Fe mail cart that is dating back, I believe, to it has 1897 on it.
Wow.
Wow, that is bad.
Yeah.
That's getting up there.
Yeah. But that's one of the things that I used to do as well, JD. It's like, and the kids, the kids within the area, some of the guys that we used to hang out with, we used to get together at each other's place. Like we didn't have any. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
I got
Oh,
that
Scraper.
at an auction.
Yep.
You
That
need
is-
that, Mike, to add on to a truck.
Yeah.
I remember. Oh man,
That's a pretty neat little road grader.
Yeah.
That's an old cat by the looks of it.
That's what I was thinking.
Right now I got little bubbles literally falling down right in front of me. I'm like,
Bubbles?
what? It's 30 degrees here.
3 degrees.
Yeah,
Well,
30.
Yeah, well, it's 30 degrees Celsius outside, which
Yeah, it's
is
30 degrees Fahrenheit here.
in high 80s.
Send
I
it this way. Please send it this way. I'm tired of winter.
No, Wait your turn. We got it first.
Oh yeah, you're in summer right now, aren't you?
We're going into autumn, but you can have it back
Oh,
shortly.
in the fall.
You need rain more than you need the heat, so I'll set the rain over.
Yeah, you sent the
Good
rain
amount
over.
of time.
Yeah, now we've had fog for like the past 3 days straight.
We
Oh,
we we've
Daryl.
we've had some really hot days here, and way up between me and Les's place. What's his name? We USA. It got that hot up there. They had lightning strike and started a bushfire. So, more this guy here. I mean,
What do you
What
got there?
Oh, that's an old
a
dozer.
bulldozer.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
an
wow.
HO kit. That was in the box of boxcars I just bought. And then
Wow.
Oh, hey, John,
yeah.
the pirate flag back there,
Yeah.
that kind of reminds me of my marching band show next year.
Cool. I'll have to watch that. These are a bunch
Pirates of the Caribbean.
all right. These are a bunch
yeah.
of seats for HO train cars like what you're doing, Arty.
Oh yeah,
Is that the
yeah.
lead?
I got a whole heap of those.
Then here, this is a fix-up kit for like F7.
Oh, okay. All the railing
All
and
the
stuff.
handrails and all the details. So
Maybe
that's
Daryl
gonna
can
be-
adapt that for his engine.
That's going to be my first customer.
Give it to his wife to rebuild it for him.
You better ask Jim Tedesco to bring a cab for it.
And Arty, here's your first present.
Oh, thank you. I'll come and collect it when I'm over. Okay.
I'm only
Hey, Sugar.
giving it to you because it says ART on the side.
Oh,
nice.
cool.
It's for
Oh, no
American
way.
Refrigerator Transit.
I've actually got a carriage that will hook up to that too. It's got KD on one side. It's got that other couple on the other end.
This is a wooden kit.
Yeah.
Wooden kit.
Goodness
I got a
gracious.
whole box full of wooden kits here.
Open up. It's the police.
Well, apparently my train on the inside loop has decided to quit now.
Hey, Daryl,
Yeah.
how are you enjoying the snow?
I can't hear a word you're saying. I think I think Randall fell over. Randall, you okay?
No, I didn't fall over. I'm trying to get over here to this train, so
Oh, okay. Just checking on you, buddy.
I appreciate it.
I'm just going to mute you for a minute there, Daryl. Why?
Yeah, go ahead, Arty.
Hey,
Randall,
two
are you
legs
working
the
on
floor.
your layout?
No, that's his hand.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
I was gonna say 2 legs on the floor.
Yeah.
Hey, Daryl, how are you
Yeah.
enjoying the snow?
Wow. Yeah. No, I'm not too far away from the mountains, and I can tell you the last few days, I mean, it's just been gorgeous, but it is melting. I just got a call from a buddy from Lake Arrowhead. He just told me just today, search and rescue unburied his door so him and his wife can get out.
Wow.
And unburied his truck so he can leave and go get what he needs to. They were in the house for almost 14 days. Could
Oh,
not
great.
get out. The snow was like 9 feet high in Lake Arrowhead.
You're welcome.
It completely buried homes.
Yeah, we had to do that in the blizzard of '78. My uncle, their back door got totally buried in snow.
Yeah.
We had to go dig them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that kind of stuff when I was a kid, but not now.
Yeah. He said he's been living up there for like 30 plus years. Never remembered anything like this before. Never, ever. Now, the backside of 18, which is through Lucerne Valley, is open now. They actually opened it up for the ski resorts. So the front side is completely covered, and there is access from the front side of the mountain, but it's very limited. They're only allowing residents who live up there. But if you drive another hour out of your way, you can get up to Big Bear Lake to go skiing. I'm like, what? That makes no sense. But
Yeah, for
you know,
residents, all they have to do is just toss their friends in the back of the car and then just hot rod them up that way.
well, and I think that's what friends were doing, but they don't have to do that anymore. So back of 18 is completely open. He was telling me that back of 18 did not get that much snow, so really that road was kind of open to the ski resorts, but they were not letting anybody in. Their main problem was the front side of the mountain. So yeah.
See, we had a similar scenario here in 2019 with our bushfires down south from here, where the emergency services and the authority said, "Do not come down here because we don't know what the fire's going to do."
Yeah. Yeah.
And the business says, "Oh, come on down. The fires are nowhere near us." So everyone from Sydney ended up going down to where not far from the front. And then they started crying that they couldn't get out because all the roads were cut and the fires were coming towards them.
Corey.
And it's like, I have a lot of favorite 4-letter words. Snow isn't one of them. Well, I don't mind the snow as long as she's cute with next to me that we can spend a couple of days together with. Oh, sorry, that's for a different channel. Sorry, different show. But yeah, it's like it's crazy. Like if you know it's going to be bad and whatnot, and the experts and the emergency services say don't go there, don't go there, because if something does go wrong.
No, that's what they were telling people here. Don't go up there. The sheriff, they said, don't come up here. Don't even bother.
And the problem is, you get stuck in somewhere like that. That means that the rescuers, the first responders, you're putting their lives at risk, going up to trying to save your life for not following a simple instruction.
Hey, Arty?
Yeah.
I just went in and got a couple of my other units. Can I show them?
Oh, I suppose you could.
I'm going to jump off the mat there, Arty.
So the first one I'm going to show you, I actually got ripped off at a train show.
That sounds familiar.
Yes. Yes, railroad enthusiast.
Yeah, this thing said it was running for 79 when it should have been running for 20, because this thing literally found out the second I got home, it had no motor and it could just run freely. So that really infuriated me. But
well, technically it wasn't lying. It does go.
Yeah, it does go somewhere.
It needs the hand of God to make it move.
Yep.
Or in your case, the hand of Sladen to make it move. I mean, so it goes. You don't have to hook up electricity. You don't have to use any battery power, any DCC or DC unit. No, you're right.
Yep. Also, that day I got a Trident, or a Shell 6-axle tank car, which it's hanging out in my train box right now. But here's the other one that I wanted to bring up. Hey, Randall, here's my Santa Fe Kodachrome. I just got to put the handrails on it.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Yep. Got this for my birthday also last year.
That's a nice one.
Yep. 7213 is the road number. What road number is B36?
When it comes around, I'll tell you.
Hey, Mr. Railroad. Good evening.
I did have a guy that...
It is Santa Fe number 7497.
Let's see the sister unit model.
you got to be very careful too. I mean, I got slightly burnt by a chap. Partly it was my fault. I'm going to just mute this guy because I can't think what I'm saying. Sorry, Randall. He won a pair of Australian ELs, and in the blue and yellow, blue and silver scheme. And for exchange, we were going to swap over for a pair of P42 DC engines and a set of Streamliner cars. But it didn't dawn on me, but I ended up only getting one free and had to pay for the other engine and the seven lot of Streamliner cars.
Nice.
And he ended up getting two engines almost for free. The engines were nearly $400 each. So I wasn't too impressed out of that, but hey, it's too late now. No use crying over spilt milk. Is it?
Arty, do you know the rail line there in Australia, SCT Logistics or something like that?
SCT Logistics. Yes.
Yeah, the ones that run those huge freight trains like clear to Perth and back.
Yes, I know them. I used to transport for them. Yeah.
I've watched Railroad Australia, I think, a few thousand too many times.
Right now, in that series, there is a guy that ends up going for his driver's license, and he's got his own restored engine.
Oh wow!
That he's going for to get his license to drive. He's going for his you can basically say driving test. So he leaves from Sydney, but he's actually coming along the line down here and going up the mountain. And this mountain up here is his biggest challenge. So it'd be worth looking at it when that series comes up. They have got a couple of train runs down in here. But a lot of the wheat trains and a lot of the ones out back, I used to actually travel a lot out there, particularly with the railways where they work in the remote areas. I actually did a lot of work up that way. Just giving response.
Hey, Mystic.
And hello, Trackside Mike, wherever you are.
I think he's been summoned by the boss of the house.
Okay.
We're not going to go there. We're not going to get involved.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it's actually an interesting series that I watched it when they played it here. They also show one of the container trains that actually leaves out of
3 MP9 or 6 PM9?
Beg your pardon?
On the trains, I've noticed that the train that goes from like Sydney to Perth is 3 MP9, and the train heading back from Perth to like Melbourne is 6 PM9.
Yeah. The number actually states what train it is, and the letters actually state the destination from where it's coming from and to where it's going.
Good Lord, your guys' train symbols are easier to understand than ours.
Oh hell yeah! And now occasionally you'll see the X's on some of our carriages. The X's that means that they actually can change the bogies in them to go on a different gauge.
Oh, nice.
Now the lettering system also, the side markings on our rail carriage identifies what it is, what it's used for, what it carries.
Nice.
for example, hang on, I'm just doing something here at the moment. The first letter actually states who owns the carriage or who owns the car. For example, we got N, which is New South Wales. We used to have V for Victoria, S for South Australia, Q for Queensland. We didn't get the Queensland ones down here because they're narrow gauge. W for West Australia. G'day, Nancy. How are you? Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're
Hey,
doing
Nancy.
well.
Hello.
Hey, Nancy.
I'm gonna call it quits in a moment.
Hey,
Let me
Robert.
switch up that incident right quick.
Our lettering system was actually that's not what I wanted. Our lettering system was pretty simple. With the grain car, with the second letter, it actually stated mainly what it carried. Like back in the early days, you had the G for grain, C for coal, then you had the H for hopper and whatnot. Then your last letter would actually state the braking system or whatever. I can't remember what the last two other letters were or the last letter was. But it was actually quite simple what it was. Now, back up until mid-90s, between Sydney and Melbourne, there used to be two different gauges. We had the standard gauge, which is 4'9", and Victoria on the south side of the border was 5'3", and into South Australia. Every state decided they had a better gauge. We actually got three for mainline train traffic. We've got three different gauges. So what they end up doing is, particularly like with our steel train here, they used to be able to get into Melbourne on a standard gauge. There's one. But when they got into Victoria, what they end up doing is, as long as the carriage had the X on the sides of it, they just had a simple pin where they just lift the carriage up, switch the bogies over, or the trucks over, and put the gauge or what it needs to travel on. Now we actually got a standard run right down into Melbourne, goes right around the circle and then into WA, into West Australia.
Oh, and yes, I am still planning on coming to Australia someday because I want to experience it so bad.
Yeah, well, give us a hoy. My email's on the thing with Jig. Just give us a hoy. Depending on what you want to see and where you want to go, like down this part of the world, it's not too bad during your winter to get away from your winter. But if you want to head up north, towards the Great Barrier Reef, winter time's the best time to go because there's a lot less chances of cyclones and a lot less chance of getting. G'day, Postmodern. How are you?
Hey, Postmodern.
And it's a lot safer to go swimming up in the Great Barrier Reef and up around that way if you like scuba diving and snorkeling and that.
Yeah, I'd probably be coming to Australia for the trains.
There's plenty of trains around here. I've got my line here, and I've got this. The line here by my place goes from Unadera to Mosswell, where you see me do that Monday, Friday last week. This is the steepest. This is the steepest non-assisted grade in the country.
Holy cow!
It's now 3.6, but it used to be up to about 3.8%.
Oh wow!
They chopped a lot of it down for when they were going to do the electrification halfway up the mountain.
Is that the model railroad club you went to, Arty?
Pardon?
The model railroad club you went to? Is that done?
No, that's a bit further south. That's about 2.5 hours from me.
Okay.
I do intend to go back up there, but I can't go very far because of the state of my hands. But I do intend to go up there on a Friday.
Who's blowing the horn?
At the moment, well,
Hey, he's playing with his trains. Let him go.
Just me causing trouble again.
It's either Randall or Daryl.
It's not me. My trains are muted.
Daryl puts his on silent.
Yeah, I put mine on silent. Well, that's not fair. If Randall can turn his engines on, then I should turn mine on.
Absolutely.
Yep, I'm gonna turn mine back off. So
Which one's that, Randall? Is that the Aurora Miniature?
that's the Aurora Miniatures engine.
Did you get a second one or no?
Oh,
Say it again.
that
Did you
looks
get a
great.
second one or no?
We had a Canadian National leader down here in Colorado Springs today, and we actually had a BN Executive Mac. Like
Oh, you got one of the Greensteins then.
Yeah, we actually had one of the Greensteins leading a southbound coal.
That's cool.
That was at school, so I couldn't film. But I'll be
We didn't have any here out of Sydney and down in my area. We had no trains running between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock due to communication and signalling issue. There was not a single train running. All passenger trains were stuck at stations right on peak hour.
Track maintenance?
Something went wrong with the computer system. It just completely crashed the whole system.
Holy cow. That reminds me. There was some track work being done on the joint line here. Because I live actually up in Woodland. I work as a volunteer firefighter with Springs Fire. And the other day, they actually had the whole stretch from the Air Force Academy on the north side of the Springs, clear down to like Pueblo, of nothing but track work. All trains, loaded coal, empty coal. Heck, I counted a couple of the new Boeing trains and a few freights were stopped.
I'd like to see the Boeing train. I really would like to see the Boeing train. I have not seen it yet.
It's spectacular.
But at the moment, I need to get back up to Mosswell from where I was the other week, because the main line to Perth that goes over through the west out towards Broken Hill, the main line that takes us to Perth, it's damaged severely. It will not be reopened until maybe May. Due to all the flooding and whatnot that we had there last year and whatnot, and particularly last all the big rains, there's a lot of tracks that have been washed away. So up at Mosswell, we actually have got a lot of extra freight trains coming through. They're actually going to Perth and from Perth. So the best time to go up there is early hours in the morning or towards late at night, and I need to get up there before our days start shortening. If you're lucky, like what I was on that Wednesday, they actually had. We really have train derailments here, but what we do have some trains that break down on the main line, and it creates a big giant bottleneck. Even though it's dual track most of the way, it creates a bottleneck, and then you just see trains up the trains, and when it gets to about 6-7 o'clock in the morning, the passenger trains got priority, so they got to slip all the freight trains in between the passenger ones, particularly from Mosswell into the Sydney network, because in the Sydney network they actually done a new separate line for freight trains only, so they're racing in there. And
sounds like the Australia rail line system is safer than ours. Good God.
Hell of a lot safer.
Yeah, because I've just counted like 4 or 5 different derailments just in like the past couple months. East Palestine.
Yeah, there was one today in West Virginia.
Another one.
Yeah, we had I was just going to say, we had a derailment about 3 weeks ago. They had the axles actually break off of a freight car, and towards the end of the train, it drug it for I don't know how long.
Well, see, we only had one yesterday morning because of that freak accident with the truck on the railway crossing. And I know where they're talking about, and it's a real bastard of a spot where you can't really see the train. There's no lights on that crossing to warn you that the train's coming.
Safety hazard.
Yeah, it is. Why they haven't put a boom gates there or lights on there, we don't know.
Oh, here's one that I remembered that older folks will know, but
sorry. Just let me answer this. Our engines are same as what you got over United States with the traction motors. They're not gear driven. They used to be with some of the rail motors, but no, they're all current traction motors. Yeah.
So, with what I was saying, I believe some of you older guys will remember this. The Tenga bus versus train collision in 2000 on the Tennessee-Georgia state line. That happened 6 years prior on the exact date that I was born. Literally, exactly 6 years later on March 28th of 2006. Because I'm 06 and it happened in 2000.
Good night, Jim. Have a good one, bud. We'll catch up with you soon.
Night, Jim.
You see, we really have okay, we've had a few recently this year, and we had a couple last year, only because the trucks gave way because of the bed being too soft and a lot of water. There was one big one in Victoria, and there was a couple in this state too. Just one of those freak accidents. So eventually, I mean, those trains are big and heavy and whatnot, and when the tracks are going bouncing up and down, all you do. G'day, Sparky. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Sparky.
When the tracks are bouncing up and down, it basically sucks the moisture into the dirt, so it makes it a lot softer. And the bed and the track gives way.
Good night, Gerald.
But when I look at the way we operate trains here, and particularly when we work on the railway line, on the track line, on the rail lines, there's two totally different systems. And I made, when I went through my training in my safety induction, I thought it was an overkill here, the way they went on with safety. They've gone as far as what clothes to wear and what not to wear on site. And I thought it was really pedantic about it. They've gone way overboard, but you see the logic in it, right? You see, like you, for example, there, Clayton, you cannot wear anything yellow and red in the rail corridor while you're outside your machinery.
With the Tenga collision that I mentioned, the bus driver actually intentionally, like, I believe it was intentionally, or she had the music too loud, drove across the crossing with the CSX train coming full speed or almost full speed down the tracks. Three North Georgia elementary school kids lost their lives.
Yeah, that's sad. I mean,
especially
I've known a couple of bad accidents here, but I'm not going to go into detail with that. But it's rare for us to have them here. Breakdowns, yeah, it's quite frequent.
Yeah, I'll move there as fast as I can.
No, you won't.
Oh yeah, I will.
You can come visit, yeah, but it's expensive. Yeah, trust me, it's expensive.
It's like the way our state and housing taxes have been. Good God.
trust me, it is expensive here. Like I'm one of the lucky ones that's still paying cheap rent. I'm paying what? Paying 1,800 a month.
Oh,
That's without the utilities.
okay.
Utilities not that does not include your power. Doesn't include your internet. Doesn't include your furniture. You still got to supply your own fridge, refrigerator. You got to buy your own washing machine and furniture for the house. That's for a non-furnished house. Not like in the US, you can go and rent a place and they got a washing machine, they got a refrigerator. No, you don't get that here.
And at least to my knowledge, is it like always like kind of on the mild and warm side down there?
Yeah, depending where you are.
Like your part of the continent.
My part there in Sydney is usually pretty good. Winters are pretty mild until we get the southerlies coming up. We end up getting the cold winds from the deep south from the Antarctica. And I'll tell you what, it gets extremely cold here, but not extreme to where it is there, where it snows, but it feels like it's snowing. Yeah. I only pay a month to buy my house. Yeah, well, that's right. An average rent now within my area, and I'm roughly on average, I'm 90 minutes south of Sydney on the coast. The average rent now here is roughly about $2,500 a month.
Holy crap!
If you can get one.
Oh, I'm just looking through the comments, and Corey, the Boeing train has made a few appearances up here. It's in between a daily and a weekly train, but the other day it had some really interesting power. It had a B40-8W leading the Boeing train. I saw it through my old hometown of downtown Hutch.
Okay, Hutch. Where's that at?
Kansas.
Okay. Now that's the Boeing train that goes to Charlotte, isn't it?
I think it goes up to Seattle because it's got the Spirit Aero Systems on it. So it's probably heading up to Seattle somewhere.
Yeah, but that's the one that goes between Seattle and over in the Charlotte, North Carolina's plant.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I always wondered I know do they use the same? Is it still BNSF that takes it right through, or do they switch the engines now at a particular point?
And they do they're in La Junta, Colorado, which is about 3 or 4 hours. And heck, I've seen 2 of the Heritage One paint schemes. Let's see, I've seen Amtrak there. I saw another, but I've actually seen 2 fully loaded Boeing trains just sitting in the La Junta rail yard, which is not normal. Coal trains, I'm used to seeing them stacked up for about 3 miles.
Yeah, we say one lot of train that's getting fewer and fewer to see down here, and that's coal trains. We don't have as many coal trains now running as what we used to.
Oh wow!
Like during the daytime, we used to have roughly about 10 coal trains come down the mountain a day.
Wow. And about what it's like here.
But now it's got down to probably about 4 to 5 coal trains in a 24-hour period. Where before we had, g'day Chris, Govia, how are you, buddy? Here we used to have, in a 24-hour period, there would have been anywhere between 20 to 30 coal trains in a 24-hour period.
And it looks like Daryl's having some train trouble.
Yeah.
Looks like
It's
the
the,
derail part, looks like
it's
the
the-
derail part of his name is living up to its legacy.
Yeah, no, what it is, it's the KV coupler, the for the magnetic coupler. They're some of them are too low and they're catching in some of the crossings. So I just pull them off and cut them.
Yeah,
So
it's like
that's
when you tuned into one of my live streams, and then next thing I know, one of my trains gets derailed.
yeah. I usually don't have the problem, but when I switch out, when I do switch outs and I switch out cars, I'm not paying attention to the length of the magnetic wires on them, and they're too low.
Daryl, I take a pair of pliers and bend them up.
You
Well,
know what?
I have that too, but I decided just to cut them off because I'm not doing any magnetic, and really, to be honest with you, they don't look very realistic anyway. So I just cut them off.
Maybe I should implement that on my model train unit.
Corey, there was a guy in Australia that got around that loop. I think he still is doing it today. The way he got out of paying taxes, he declared his property as a sovereign country, and he borderfied it and everything else. And to get onto it, for the authorities to get on his property, they need a passport to get across, and he's got to approve it. He actually did pretty well. He found a loophole when he was able to do it. He got away with it for a lot of years.
Yeah, I just went inside my house where it's a little bit warmer.
Yeah, John Banicki. Yeah, I do have those pliers. The first few times that I used it, I actually snapped off the coupler. So I said,
"Oh, Daryl, you know what you need to do? You need to put your finger on there to put pressure on the coupler as you're doing that bending. You can't."
Oh, okay. Well, I do have those pairs, but
and go like this because you're only held
no,
by
because when I bought it, I asked the guy, okay, how do you use these? And he looked at me like, are you serious? And I looked back at him. I'm going, yeah, could you please show me? So he showed me, and I go, oh, that's easy enough. So I don't know, a week or two later, I went home, pulled them out, and the first few that I did, I snapped off the couplers and broke some plastic, and like, okay, that's it. That went flying 20 feet. Don't know where they are. They're embedded somewhere in the layout.
Oops.
One of the trains will find it, I can guarantee you. Okay, Daryl, do you want to continue on with the show, buddy? Because I'm going to have to go.
Yeah, I can continue on with the show if the people want to hang out for a little while longer. Sure.
Well, I'll leave, and you got the steering wheel and the keys, you and Thomas.
Okay.
If you're here and see Thomas, say hello, because I've got to go to the doctor's appointment.
Okay.
And if you guys still come when I get back, I'll come back and join you.
All right.
All right, sounds good. Have a good night, Arty.
Yeah, take
Okay,
care,
guys,
Arty.
everyone
Okay, Arty,
stay
good night.
safe and look after yourselves, and I'll see you on Sunday, this Saturday night.
See you later.
Good
See you later,
talking.
Arty.
Yep, take care, Arty.
Okay, see you guys.
See you later.
Have you seen these fans move on the SD60F?
No, you want to show us?
Sure.
I'll show you mine too.
You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
I'm still here, but I'm fixing myself.
Here, let me get you. Let me get you up there, big brother. There we go.
Cool.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yep.
Now,
Mine are spinning now.
now, Mike,
Yeah.
question: do those fans actually run as well while the locomotive is running?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Locomotive's running.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
turn them on.
Come on, Arty.
Go, Daryl. I actually got my train box accessible right now.
Oh, that's cool, Mike. I hear you, Sladen. Well,
Okay,
that's pretty
that's
cool.
got to be the coolest model train engine I have ever seen.
Yeah, that is a step up from what any other manufacturer is doing right now at the moment.
And they have lighted gauges, and they have light step lights, and all that good stuff.
But from what I'm hearing that's coming down the pipeline, after Genesis is going to step up their game way beyond anybody else. So I don't know what it is they got coming out, but that's what I heard from an inside source. So, yeah, that's really cool. That hands down. Now, where is Aurora Miniatures? Where are they out of?
We're out of around Toronto, Newmarket, Ontario. I'll write that down. But yeah, they're out of Newmarket, Ontario. And they only got a couple left at OVR.
Oh, they still have some left?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Not many.
Daryl, I know what you're going to be getting soon.
Randall got his going there. I just thought I'd show you that.
Yeah, no, that's really cool, Mike. Your scenery there looks just fantastic.
Thanks.
Looks
That is
really, really
nice.
good.
That is
Yeah,
really
and even from that angle, Mike, you can see the reflection, even the way you had the camera before.
Yeah.
Hey, what is that like a beach in the middle there or something?
Yeah, that's the beach in the middle. I gotta put my fisher guys down there, fishermen, and some beach people. Yep.
Cool.
So yeah, it's coming. Slowly.
Right on. Okay, let me all right. Okay. Thomas,
So I'm not
what are
gonna
you
stay
yawning
online.
for?
What am I yawning for?
Yeah, what are you yawning for?
I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning.
Well, that'll make it tired.
Hey, welcome to the club, brother.
Yeah.
I had to work a late night with spring flies, so I was up almost all night.
Huh.
I can hear Randall's running, but I don't. Where is it?
Yeah, Randall's oh, there we go. Randall's got a train going over there now. Yeah, so right now, Southern California actually got a little warmer, but we're supposed to be getting a whole lot of more rain this weekend. So I'm just kind of tired of I'm tired of the rain. Even though we need it, well, I'm just tired of the rain. I've had enough. I've had enough rain. I'm ready for some hot weather. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I mean, we're just getting slammed here in Southern California. So, and I'm kind of like a construction crew the way I run my company, because when it rains, I kind of don't run the trucks just because of the paper and the water and the blades and the bins running back and forth into customers' buildings. So yeah, I'm still just trying to play catch up with that. But in any case, so who actually won Sparky's?
Mom and son.
Mom and Son's won the big one, and then Try Giggling won the first one.
Yeah,
Oh, so Pappy won one. Oh, really?
Yeah. Pappy won 500, I think.
And what did Mom and Sons win?
I believe it was 6.
No, I think it was 550 and 450, wasn't it?
Oh, maybe it was, yeah.
Yeah, that equals 1,000, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad to see that Mom and Sons won something and Pappy won something.
You were saying that Ray was going to
I'm so sorry. I gotta mute you. Randall's having a lot of fun over there, but I'm having a hard time hearing.
Right.
He's got the speaker right up to it. She's loud.
Sorry, Daryl. Just doing a little experiment.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. No, that's okay. I'm glad that you're running trains. That's what it's all about, brother. It's just like I
Absolutely.
couldn't hear. So, you know,
James has got 2 of them.
what is Truckside Mike? What is 555 5560
Oh, those are the 3 numbers I got over our miniatures.
Oh,
three of
so
those.
you got 3 of them.
Yeah, I got 2 stripes, and then the web logo.
Yeah, the stripe ones are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually beautiful.
So, Mike, how far are you away from Bernard's place?
From Bernard, I'm about not quite 3 hours.
Okay. I would have thought you went over there to get yourself a mini made.
Yeah, I was supposed to 2 weeks ago when I was in Toronto, and I just got tied up. I couldn't make it over there.
Yeah.
Plus, I had the dog with me. He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, she don't bite, but I get it."
Can't leave them in the vehicles. That's for
No, not Doberman.
Yeah, well, like what Thomas said, Thomas is having fun. Let him go, but I can't hear over his layout.
Yeah, I think it has the toilet sound.
Yeah, that's what he has playing, the toilet sound on that engine.
Is that what he has playing on there?
Yes, you can do
Okay.
that. The Sami 2s have that sound on it too. You can play a toilet sound. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. They
Yeah.
say you learn something new every night. I just learned something new tonight.
Yeah.
And I think it's F21 does the cab lights inside.
Yeah.
Oh, and hold on.
The door closes and stuff.
Yeah, I got F23 does the conductor telling them the all aboard and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No, I just sold I sold that beast. I sent Trackside Mike, the pictures of my truck, and I just sold it.
The big 4-wheel drive.
Yeah,
You might need that in the mountains.
Well, that's what it was for. It was for Big Bear, but I haven't ran it for a whole year, and I didn't miss it. So I had somebody who wanted it and was willing to pay for it, and so just took care of it all today. That he was just texting me and asking me, "Hey, brother, do you put high octane in that truck?" And I said, "No, just 87 works just fine for that truck."
Is
So
diesel or gas?
no, that truck is a V10. It's a F250.
Triton.
Yeah, it's a Triton motor. It's a very strong motor. I had 2 diesels, and of course, I had I believe it is the 6-liter or 6.4 liter, the international motor in the Fords. They left me dead both times. They left me dead out in the middle of the desert with a 38-foot boat behind it. And you know what? That's not cheap when you got to tow your truck and you got to tow a 38-foot boat.
Oh, he's got the cluster on the dash lit up.
So,
Yeah, Daryl, I was going to show you this. This is the gauges in this thing that light up. So I don't know if it's showing up real good or not, but
well,
I can see it.
Let me make you big. Let me get. Where are you? Right over here. Okay.
come on, phone.
Is that the
Oh, you got
dashboard
it,
lit
phone?
up?
Yeah.
Yep, those are the gauges lit up. I don't know why my phone doesn't like to focus on that, but there it is right there.
There it is, right there, Randall.
So there's the inside cab light too. I think it's 21.
Yes, the cab light comes on too. I think it's F13. I don't have my instruction sheets out here.
Yeah, I haven't played with mine a whole lot, to be honest with you.
Hey, that's obviously not it. What's this do?
That's pretty cool. I did not know they had those features.
Oh
Yeah, it's got a cab light too, but I forgot what turns it on. So, but But it even has the sound of the door, the guy going through the door and turning and flipping the switch when you turn the cab lights on.
Does that have a flush head on it too?
Hang on just a second. Say that again.
Does that have a flush head too? Does it make toilet noises?
I don't think it does. If it does, I haven't found it yet. So, but mark my words, I will get the toilet flush on that ES44.
Okay.
Somehow, some way.
Hey, Daryl.
Yeah.
I got a few of my engines that I just got done working on. Just got to see if they run. If you want to see what I got.
Yeah, hold on just a minute, buddy. I'm gonna put I'm putting in if I can remember how to do this. I'm gonna put into the I'm gonna post the link. Someone wants to come up.
Okay.
Derek Alexander, that's completely disgusting, and yet I love that.
I know, I read that.
This is what I would like to see. If we're going to have a toilet flush feature, we might as well have the sound of the dude straining on the toilet, just to get the full experience.
Right.
You're welcome for those that haven't eaten yet.
Plus, then they need the paper roll on the way out the door, right?
Yeah.
Or the air dryer for your hands or whatever they use now.
Mm-hmm.
You can get
Ohio Steam and Steel. Those gauges do look awesome.
Yeah, no, that does. That looks really cool. I mean, hands down, the Aurora did a beautiful job. I mean, this is their first run out, though.
Yeah.
Well, this is their first U.S. or North American locomotive. It's not their first locomotive, but it's their first North American. They have a C30 and C36-7 planned. The CAD drawings were in an issue of Model Railroad News. There's no word on road names or the ETA on either one of those models yet. And they got a box cars out now, too.
They should be here soon, too.
Yeah. Those look nice.
Oh, so true.
Okay, Sladen, what do you got for us? What would you like to show us?
I'm jumping.
What would you guys like to see? Because I got I got 6 engines and 3 rail cars.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you big up there for a little bit. Let's see what you got, brother.
Okay, so got a Santa Fe Santa Fe passenger loco. I got to figure out what else is wrong with it because it's a bit weird. The back has weight, but the front doesn't. Like the front trucks don't have any weight. The back trucks do. So a little weird.
Hey, welcome. Dave. Welcome,
Dave. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave. How you doing?
Here's the other one I'm working on. Spirit of 76 unit.
Hey, Dave.
Okay, Sladen, let me make you big again.
Here's the other one I'm working on.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Got this in my arsenal. Rock Island.
Wow.
BL2. Then I got a Central Railroad Company of New Jersey. I got one of their Alcos. I got to put on handrails and figure out what else is wrong with it.
Yeah.
Got a BN, I believe it's a F7 with the double headlights on the nose.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, that actually is pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I got one
trackside, Mike.
I do got one that does run. I just got to put a handrail. I got to finish putting handrails on it. This is one of my. I got a second unit like this. It's this one's 5596. It's a SD45. But this one actually runs pretty well. It's a Kato, so run for freaking ever. And if you guys remember my comment about the old rail car I have from like the 1890s, I just pulled it up. Oh, whoopsie. Here it is. And it actually said baggage, American Railway Express 1827.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a
Good
metal?
night, George.
Is that metal?
Nope. This the wheels are.
Hey, Sean Pacific Railroad. How you doing, buddy?
This is the car body's made out of plastic, but the wheels have metal on them. Then I got a Northern Pacific passenger car that I gotta re-put windows in. And last but certainly not least, here is hang on. Having a little bit of
Ohio Steam asked, that's awesome. What is made out of?
the Northern Pacific rail car or the Santa Fe one. That's my
probably pick one. It's probably one of those two.
the Northern Pacific one is made out of plastic, along with the Santa Fe. The only difference is it's a 4-axle passenger car versus a 6-axle passenger car.
Yeah.
And here, if you guys remember when I got ripped off of the Santa Fe war bonnet, here's the other part that I got with it. Shell 6-axle tanker car. The first one, the Santa Fe.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Different. Ohio Steam has still said the first one.
First one.
What is made out of?
It is made out of plastic, and the wheels are complete metal.
Okay.
And I can't replace couplings on these because it's a little hard. It's not like a straight screw in.
Right, exactly.
Pop that clip off of it, man.
They clip off and on.
Yeah, pop that clip off.
Yeah, they do. They clip on and off, Sladen.
Right. I just bought some for my engine that I have. You just clip them on. You can unclip them with a little screwdriver. Get in between there, and you can pop them off. Yep.
Yeah, there's a couple of tabs on the sides that holds it in.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, well, thank you guys for the feedback.
Heck yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Hey, I'm always willing to take model train tips from all the old guys out there.
Hey, you're talking to you, Thomas.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm 67.
Yeah, he's talking to you, Thomas. He ain't talking to me.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm talking to all of you.
Okay.
But I'm a junior, so how can I be old, right?
Hey, I'm a
Greg,
junior in high school.
I'm gonna bring you up big, brother. What are you doing over there?
Oh, me? Oh, I'm just messing with this building. It's the it's a background building. I'm gonna put that together. Let's see. Let me change cameras real quick. I'm not gonna get a great picture of it, but I've been working over here on the cement plant. I got some of that up and running. Some of my track work in on the peninsula.
Oh, cool.
So
Coming along, Dave. Coming along.
yeah. I didn't glue these two conveyor pieces together yet because I'm not sure exactly how far apart I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Probably need both of them to make the span, but I'm not sure. So just trying to get an idea.
You know, as soon as you glue them together, you're going to want to change something, right?
Yeah. So
Murphy's Law.
yeah, I spent most of. I had a long weekend last weekend. I spent most of that getting the track work at least somewhat in. You know, I didn't want to finalize it too much until I figured out what buildings were going to go where, the placement of buildings, you know. But I got the switches in off of the main line to come into the area, stuff like that. Decided to change it up. I got tired of working scenery.
Yeah, you got to mix it up a little bit here and there.
Yeah, I need some industry to switch out and as much as I love watching the trains going around, I want to do some work. You know.
Do you
Right.
have? No, it doesn't look like you have a train running tonight, right?
Nah, I got too much crap on the main line down there.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
in the way, from where I was working.
Right.
I was mainly trying to. I would have came up earlier. I've been listening in the background, but I've been trying to get the new computer up and working. It's been up. I just had to get all my cameras tied into it and logged into YouTube and StreamYards and all that kind of stuff. So
Yep.
I wanted to get that going today because I got the morning show and everything.
Hey Dave, sorry I haven't been able to make it to the morning things. I've been just getting off night shifts.
Don't worry about it, man. It's
Oh.
all good.
I just found something in my train collection that I did not know that I had.
That's always fun. It's like Christmas.
Frank, I didn't even know you were here. Well, good
Oh.
night, good night, Frank. Are you? Wow. Sorry,
Night,
brother. We
Frank.
didn't see you.
Hi, Frank. Hi, Frank.
Hey Frank. Yeah, I haven't seen this. Like, I know I've had it, but it's like boom. I just saw it after like a decade.
Hey, John.
What's happening?
Right, and you have yourself turned
Derek's
off.
all, hey,
I
Crooked
haven't
Dave,
seen anything.
you have 2 signature scenes. Cut this crap out. What do you want? The whole layout to look good?
Yeah, well, no. I'm going to start doing some bad work here. Thanks, Derek. I appreciate that, though.
All right, John, what are you working on over there?
I'm just trying to clean up.
Oh, is that what you're doing, cleaning up?
Yeah, because I got
Here,
out all
I'm gonna bring you big for a little bit there so we can see what you're doing.
Anybody got a Gandy dancer like that?
Oh, those are cool.
Oh, that's neat.
Dang,
I
you
got
ought to build those and start selling those. Make a little bit of income.
I don't want money because then they'll want taxes.
Fair point.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, all right. You can send me one for free then.
No.
I won't pay you, John.
Hey, Dave, what I got for you, which I think you'll probably want, I bought a whole bunch of B&O Chessie
nice.
the Cat calendars.
Oh,
that's
cool.
cool.
I bought about 10 of them at an auction.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
That's December.
Oh, now I want
Oh, I
one.
like that. That's neat.
Oh yeah,
Hey, I want one.
Dave lives close.
Yeah, I do. Not too far.
Oh yeah,
Dang
and Dave, there's a train show, the 26th in Findlay.
You know, speaking of duct tape, I've heard that the actual space shuttle crew always kept a roll or two of duct tape on board. That's just what I heard. Speaking of duct tape,
You never know.
Yeah,
They
hey,
get a hole in their get a hole in their suit.
I don't know. I mean,
let me tell you, one time I was in Chicago trying to get out of the airport, and it was freezing, snowing, and everything, and we were delayed, and all of a sudden, the door opens on the front of the plane. A mechanic comes in. What does he have in his hand? A roll of duct tape, a penknife, and a flashlight. He goes into the cabinet where all electronics are, and I'm going, oh my God, this guy's going to fix the plane with duct tape.
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I mean, Derek says, Daryl, it's a great patch for an oxygen leak. Absolutely. Or a patch. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know how many people you remember that guy. He passed away, but the guy that does the he would take Flex Seal.
Yeah.
And
You talking about Billy Mays?
I think that's the guy. He would take a screen door and he would put it underneath the boat and spray it with Flex, and then
Yeah.
start rolling out in the middle of the lake.
Right.
I mean, really, seriously? Hey, it's a great gimmick as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if anybody really uses that stuff, but I can tell you, I didn't. When I buy duct tape, I buy 3M. That's the duct tape that sticks to everything.
Yep, I got a roll. I always have it on hand. Never know when you're gonna need it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's in my pick me up handbag, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I love train shows. That's all Cato track I bought for $50.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that is.
Nice.
That's a good deal.
There it is.
Yeah, and that stuff ain't cheap, John.
They had $100. Yeah, because I got one loop going around my room here, and that I got over $150. And this is probably a whole nother loop.
Sean. Yeah. Hey, Sean, congratulations on getting to 1,000 plus subscribers. You know, you really did earn it. I mean, if anybody hasn't seen Sean Pacific Railroad, please go into his description and please give him some love. I mean, Sean just does a really great job on his N scale layout. And
I'll sub to him
hopefully,
after Cab
Sean,
Crew.
I can get you up here and be a guest when I actually do a Cab Crew Wednesday. I would love to have you up. So,
Hey, I'll sub to him after Cab Crew.
There you go. So Corey says Billy Mays. He's from Frank Steeler fans town.
That's what was leading the Boeing train through Hutch, John, the other day. That's
Yeah,
what
I
was
just
leading
bought,
over there.
this was sitting under my track.
Oh, that's nice.
I just bought that 2 or 3 train shows ago.
I've got an H3 version, or they call it the wedge scheme, but the
And here's
same locomotive.
Oh, that's sweet.
1776.
Yeah, you know what, Derek? And you're absolutely right, Derek. But you know what? I'm usually grabbing the Doritos. I'm usually grabbing the candy. But my favorite grab at Home Depot is actually a bag of Cracker Jacks. That's what I buy when I'm standing in line. Cracker Jacks.
I haven't had a box of Cracker Jacks in a long time.
Yeah.
Really, me either.
I had to quit eating popcorn.
So Postmodern Model Works, military uses the V10. Are you saying the V10 Triton V10? Yeah, no, that's what I did have, Christian. Yeah, I had the international motors. Absolutely.
Hey, Randall, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, Randall's having fun.
You've been killing my ears all night, man.
Oh, sorry.
I like the trains, Randall.
Thanks.
You're killing me, man. Killing me, Smalls.
You're very welcome, Sean.
You can take me down.
Okay, John.
I hate the way that guy looks.
Oh, you look fine.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, if I keep letting it grow out, you and me are going to be brothers.
Gonna be competing.
You just gotta get a nicer hat.
I'm just sitting down to dinner.
I need to have my hats hanging up in here so I can just change hats.
There you go.
Yeah, they do, Derek. But they're not like the old school kind. They're not very good ones, but I actually really dig the peanuts. When you finally get to the bottom, you get the peanuts that are still got that corn shell on it. It's and I'll be picking at my teeth for the rest of the day, but I'm telling you, it was well worth it.
I'm getting a new background.
Is that who I think that is? Bob
Yep.
I
That's
love
what-
the music.
That's gonna be
Absolutely.
in my new
Love the
layout.
music.
When I start building my new layout.
I don't know. Do they still have the fake tattoos in the box? The little prize in the box?
They have something similar to that. Yeah.
Used to come in a little plastic
Right.
finger.
Yeah. But those are the got you aisles, so they strategically put those in there for that reason, because they know you're gonna extend your hand out and grab something. Me, like if I'm at the grocery store, like Stater Brothers, I don't grab the candy. I grab the I grab the tell-all magazines, so I get the scoop on who's doing what and who's not. That's usually where you can find where the latest alien spaceship has landed.
That's why I go through the self checkouts.
Hmm.
They don't have that stuff there.
No, they don't. But you're right, Thomas. They're just a little bit smaller.
Hey, Daryl, I'm gonna get something a little quieter and run.
Oh, okay. All right. I just, Thomas is right. Leave him alone. He's having a good time. There was just one time I couldn't hear anybody talk, so I muted you for a minute.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I dig Bob. I mean, Bob Marley is definitely on my hit list on my playlist. So,
On
absolutely.
On your hit list?
Buffalo Soldier, Three Little Birds. I can go on. That's right. The Star and the Inquirer. It's the best place to find where aliens had visited and maybe they've landed.
All those quack magazines and all
There you
those
go.
conspiracy theories that come true.
Just found the bag for my last train show.
Barbara Streisand is an alien.
Wow.
Well, where I got that from was Men in Black. That's where I got that from, Men in Black, and I pick up those every once in a while. They're good readers in the bathroom, but I don't read them anymore in the bathroom. I'm too busy commenting on the shitter.
So what's on my YouTube? On the shitter.
I mean, that's the only time I can find time to actually get some quality comment to the rest of the folks out here.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it is. There you go. Jammin', Sun is Shining, Redemption Song. That's a good one right there.
Yep.
And let's see. Nancy J says, I call those magazines money bait, a bunch of mumbo fake news, and rightfully so. Rightfully so, Nancy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know. They discovered Bigfoot.
Well, yeah, that too.
So, John, you got a Harley coat on. Do you own a Harley?
Well, kind of.
That's true too, Mystic. We are all aliens. We just happen to be on this planet. Yeah, that's true.
I got a 52 Panhead, but I gave it to my son when I had my stroke.
Okay.
I got 6 other bikes too. Haven't rode in 5 years. I'm looking for a sidecar if any of you want to donate one.
Yeah, no, that's true too. Well, at least if you run out of GP, you have the Inquirer.
Hey, Derek.
Derek's on a roll tonight. Oh, my dude, you're making me laugh, man. Hard to wipe with Cracker Jack. Oh, my gosh.
Well, you want to see what I found that I haven't seen in a decade?
Well, if you're ready to show us, we are all ready to see.
Yep.
Ready?
And I found one more that I got that I haven't found in a while. This is what I just found. An old Illinois, one of my old Illinois Central Alco units. This is actually an Illinois Central Golf unit, but the Golf has been taken off.
That's pretty cool, Sladen. Now, what manufacturer is that? Atlas? Bachmann?
Mantua Tyco.
Oh, Tyco.
Tycho.
Yep. I mean, the other one I got that's sitting right next to it, it's got a little bit of weight to it because it's a Walters line. I got to put the handrails and the horn back on after I find it. But it's a Union Pacific SD50. They're all I really like Union Pacific, so I know you're going to be the Union Pacific I have.
Yeah, I'm a Union Pacific guy, but I run all class 1 railroads. I mean, I love them all. I love all the paint schemes. That's cool.
Yeah, this thing's at least a good, I don't know, I'd say about a good 3 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these
That's
Walters,
probably because of all the lead in there.
yeah, all the fancy schmancy stuff.
So Ohio Steam and Steel says, I like Tyco. I have a bunch of them.
Yeah, Tycos are pretty cool.
Absolutely. Like I remember, speaking of Tyco, I remember as being a little guy, and back then they actually had Tyco slot cars with HO trains that would go cross the a slot car track. And
Yeah.
And I remember.
Well, always have for several years too.
Yeah. I don't know if they have that anymore, but all I remember is as a kid, Grandpa would always put the ones out because he knew what we were going to do. We were going to crash the cars into the train, or the trains were going to crash into the cars. That's what they were made for. And this was all done on a 4x8 layout. You know, I'll just never forget it.
Yeah.
And that was Tyco.
Yeah, sure was.
Oh, wait a minute. What has John got here? Okay. Look out, Sladen. Look at that.
There's my Illinois Central Golf. That's a Lino.
That is nice.
Made in Hong Kong. And then there's my price tag of $7 on the bottom. I love.
I don't know how much mine was because this one was actually my dad's, because the majority of the rail cars I have were once my dad's.
Really? Yeah, I only got one engine my dad bought me. That was right here.
Hey, Steven. Except for the slot cars were 1/64 scale and the trains were 1/8. Right, exactly. I don't know what the scale was.
My dad bought for me.
I don't know what the scale was back then, but boy, I sure remember it. It's like a vivid memory. Very vivid.
Well, yeah, I started collecting Lionel HO. This is my favorite piece so far. Can I pull it up? This is a nuclear waste.
Oh, wow.
And
check that out. Radioactive.
Yeah, and it's got a red light that flashes inside of it.
Oh, yeah. That's a Tyco, right?
Yeah.
No, that's Lionel.
Oh, that's Lionel.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember this on my channel, but like 4 or 5 months ago, and like basically every time I went rail fanning afterwards for like 2 months, we had 2 of the giant 320-ton industrial transformers on the 6-axle depressed center flat cars. And then we had a chemical solvent, like one of those, like a smaller chemical solvent tanks. Had one of those go through. All heading north. Even on the chemical solvent tank, had a CSX boxcar and 4 or 5 Chicago Northwestern boxcars.
Derek says that's what they're going to run through Ohio next. Is that
Probably
Is that true, or is that
on the
or is that
industrial
supposed to be funny?
on the industrial loads.
I wouldn't doubt it because they got to run the stuff somewhere.
I mean, these industrial loads were all heading northbound through the spring, so they were heading up to like Denver or points farther than that. On the first one, it had a fake bonnet on it, then the transformer with a Santa Fe ballast hopper.
Yeah.
There was 4 of those, plus an H2 Mac, literally an H2 Mac on the rear of this manifest.
Oh, yeah, they do that here every once in a while.
I still got the video on my phone, and I'm planning on uploading it and remastered.
The NSF really likes their Macs here on the fairs. In fact, they like their Aces too. There was a train yesterday that had 5 SD70 Aces on it.
Holy Moses!
Just a straight set of them. There was 2 on the point, 3 on the rear pushing.
Yeah, it sounds like because with the manifest, it had a H2 Mac and an Ace shoving on the rear.
Mm-hmm.
With a ES44 AC leading, a fake bonnet trailing, a C4 trail, and and a pair of ES44 C4s trailing.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of a common setup out here. Yeah, I can't wait till Saturday, because I will be I might be going live from my new spot that I rail fan. You guys will love it. Signal's perfect distance. I mean, heck, had a Greenstein Mac leader, so missed that. So sad. 25th anniversary leader and a Canadian national leader, all today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Daryl, please send the heritage units this way, please.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of heritage units. I just, I can't run everything at one time, but I love the SD70 Aces. They're really cool to run. I really dig them.
Oh, we had KCS 4859 out here not too long ago.
Yeah. So Thomas,
Yes, sir.
what have you been up to? I saw your last video. Jason, he did your trains for you.
Yeah.
And they're running pretty good.
No.
Here, let me put you up, Big.
Okay, so here's what happened.
Uh-oh.
When he took them apart, these engines are back from 1978, 79. So they.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So when we took them apart, the motor mounts deteriorated.
Ooh.
Okay. So I thought we would use double back tape to put the motor mounts in. And Jason didn't have any double back tape. And so he sent the engine back, and the motors were just laying there.
Wait a minute. I don't understand something. What do you mean? Did they come that way from the manufacturer?
No, there's a plastic that goes on the bottom of the motor, and then that seats into the chassis. Okay. And what happened was those deteriorated, and we didn't have anything to replace them with.
Oh.
Okay. So we were going to use double back tape, but he didn't have any available. So he sent them back to me loose, which was not a problem. The problem was I went to, these engines have 2 decoders in them. Okay, not just one, two. And because there's two motors in these engines. So when I went to set the CVs in the engine, that the one what I do on all my engines, the one engine perfectly fine. The second engine, every time I set the CV, I go back. I always do this as a process. I set the CV, I then recall it just to double check to see if I entered the right number. I go back, look at it, it's back to zero. I said, how can it be? Tried it again, back to zero, back to zero. Called up 7 Tracks, was on the phone with them. They said, maybe it's going into the other decoder. So he said, let's lock the other decoder. So you can CV lock a decoder so you can't change CV settings.
Right.
So I had to tear the engine apart, unsolder one of the wires to the first decoder so that it wouldn't get power, so I could talk to the other decoder. Put it on my test track on my workbench. Go into test, in the power cap and do all the things I need to do. Can't read the CV. What's going on? I put it on the main line. I set the CVs, but I don't know what the address is in the engine for that decoder. Okay. So put it on my layout, which I have another test track set up on my main layout behind me. And the same thing happened. Couldn't read the CVs. So I go, I'm texting Jason. I'm talking to George on the phone off and on tonight. I said, okay, I'm going to put it back on my workbench. I finally got it to read some of the CVs, and I was able to get it to take the long address that I wanted it to be. I hooked up the wire to the other decoder, and now it's working. But it was a lot of, this is all new to me with 2 decoders in one engine. So I had to get them. So the other one, I'm going to have to take the wire off of the main decoder and then CV lock the one in the back so it doesn't inadvertently send a CV code to the back decoder.
Yeah.
So once I get them, now back to the motor mounts. I got my boxes, and in my box was, as I showed you in the video, the paper, how yellow it was, and that has a part list of all the parts for that engine. And lo and behold, there was a motor mount with the part number. So I did a search, and some guy in New Jersey sells this stuff on eBay. And I said, oh my God. So I ordered them right away. And because I tried to 3D print, because the plumber sent me an STL file and I 3D printed them, but they were just not the right size. On my rosin printer, I printed them and they started cracking when I forced them on. And the filament printer I have, I tried printing them, but that one didn't crack, but it's not quite the right dimensions. And I didn't want to mess around, so I just found the one on eBay and ordered them, and they'll be here probably tomorrow or the next day. So at least then I can get the motors mounted, and that they won't sound as bad because everything is rattling inside the engine because of the looseness. Yeah.
Well, they're kind of quite older locomotives, so it's could be expected. So I'm gonna. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, so I am gonna call it because wife just texted me and said, "If you want warm dinner, it's time to come in."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so since this is Arty's stream, I do have control of it, and with that, I'm gonna say, okay, postmodern. Yes, the Triton V10. Actually, I didn't know that. That's actually pretty cool, huh? Look,
Yeah,
you know, that truck motor has been a great motor. Actually, I had it in one of my RVs, and that, you know, other than in drinking gas. So, oh, okay, all right. Well, there you go. I worked for Ford Motor Company for a bunch of years. There you go.
Mhm.
I did not know that. They say you learn something new every day. Thank you for that.
There's always something to learn,
Yeah,
no matter how
So-
old or how young you are.
yeah. So, everyone, tonight I am going to call it because I got dinner coming up, and I want to thank everybody for joining Cab Crew Wednesday on Arty's channel. And I actually glad I got to hang out afterwards and keep his live stream going for a little while. So again,
Yeah, Daryl.
thank you very
I
much.
hope my mic's better now. I turned it down a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, it sounds way better.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was kind of overpowering, but you know, I mean,
Well, see, I'm trying a new headset and earphones, so I didn't know how it was going to work
oh,
tonight. So,
okay,
um,
all right. Well, you know what? You'll know for Arty's stream Saturday night.
yeah, I think we got her fixed now.
Yeah, no, much better, Randall. Much
All
better.
right, good deal.
Okay, everybody, good night, and thank
Night.
you again for everybody coming up, and we will see you all sometime soon.
Good
Yeah,
night,
have a good one,
everybody.
guys.
Good
Take
night,
care.
everybody.
See you guys.
Take care.
Good night.